Hello everybody, I've just finished my first test with the new T-Series irons from TITLEIST. I thought you might like to look at the results. So let's dive in.
My appetite, don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine.
So here are the specifications of these four new TITLEIST irons, the T100, the 150, the 200 and the 350. So as you can see, there's quite a big difference between lofts, obviously with the T100 still being the better players club with the traditional loft at 34, coming down to 32 with the 150, down to 30.5, which is now pretty much the traditional sort of iron, which you're going to find with the T200s, the P790s from TaylorMade, or the Callaway Apex irons. These are all pretty much the same loft. And then down to the 350, that's 29 degrees, so now that's getting really low. So we'll see what's going to happen with the ball flight with that sort of loft. Standard TITLEIST lies are 63 degrees, so I flattened all of these to 61, and I was using a KBS Tour light stiff shaft in all of these irons.
Before we jump into the results, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you could subscribe, that would help me grow this channel.
So here are the results with these four new TITLEIST irons, and pretty much most of the logical stuff is respected here vis-a-vis loft. So we look at all these clubs here, the lower we go down, the less loft there was. So with the 350, 29 degrees, and with the T100, 34. So obviously a little less ball speed with the T100 than with the 250. But quite interesting to see that the 150 and the 200 had pretty much the same ball speed. And what's quite interesting as well was that the T200 actually had a higher launch angle than the other iron, or the T150s. So the center of gravity must be quite low in that T200. So even though there's less loft, we've still got a good launch. Spin yet again respected because of the loft, but I think good mention again for the T150 with a really good spin and a good launch, and keeping the same sort of ball speed, exactly the same ball speed as the T200. So I think T150 is definitely a good one to look at. Now actually, if you look at standard deviation here as well, i.e. how much difference there was between shots, this one was probably, well, it was definitely actually the most consistent for me with ball speed, with launch angle, with spin. Everything was really consistent with that. And I don't know if you can see, but in here there's a very little sort of round circle of consistency with dispersion as well. So the T150 definitely coming out in top for me for these four irons. You look at carry distance, yet again, I think it's just more to do with loft, which is causing this than anything else. But definitely a special mention for me for the T150 for all these this data.
So I think we can safely say there's pretty much something for everybody with these new irons. I'd say the T100s, the T200s and the T350s performed pretty much logically as you would expect. The T100s still obviously more orientated toward the better player. The Tour Pro, definitely the ones that are the most played on the PGA Tour. The Tour Pro, the high-level player. But they are playable. It's not as hard as you would imagine, and the ball speed was actually very good. Slightly higher ball flight with more spin, obviously being more loft, but very controllable and good feel. The T200's definitely an improvement from last year. The launch is still quite high. I'd say there's probably a little bit more spin than the model before, and the sound is definitely better. Obviously not as sort of clacky or making as much noise as it used to with the model before. And the T350s, obviously a stronger loft there. The ball's going to come off a lot quicker. It's not a bad looking golf club. The head a little bit bigger, the top line a little bit thicker, but pretty good looking iron. And somebody looking to pick up a bit of distance is going to definitely find it there. But the one I think that really stood out for me would be the T150s, which pretty much has it all. You've got the ball speed of the T200, you've got the looks of the T100, and a good feel to it as well. So I mean, there's a lot of people who are going to be gravitating towards that iron this year, especially Titleist fans. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon for some more videos.